Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to share a tour of Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. Alright, let's start this tour at the front of the resort. Technically, this is the back of the front of the resort. This is the area you get to after you go through the main lobby, which I will show you in a bit. But you can pretty much get to all of the main sections of the resort from here. So starting here, we're going to go into the resort's quick service, which is Riverside Mill. This is a really good sized food court. You can see there's tons of seating. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. And this is also where you will go to refill your refillable mug if you have one, get coffee. They have ice cream and snacks. Leaving here, then you can go under the hallway and you will come to Boat Rights, which is the resort table service restaurant here. It's usually really easy to get a reservation here if you're staying here and you want to find a last minute table reservation. Continuing on, we will come to River Roost, which is the resort's lounge and bar. Now, I'm showing you all of these from the access of the hallway, but outside there's actually doors to each place for you to get to, so you don't have to access them from the hallway. You can actually access them from outside as well. Here is the main lobby. And you can see off the main lobby, if you go down that long hallway, that's the arcade. Right here is registration. And then if we turn around, there's the front doors. You can get to the buses from out there. And then this is Fulton's General Store, which is the resort's gift shop. This gift shop is huge. They have pretty much everything that you would want from a gift shop at Disney. They have a lot of the regular merch like mugs, spirit jerseys, bags, they have snacks, and then they also have a lot of Tiana inspired merch because French Quarter is just down the road. You can walk outside from here, and as you can see, there's the entrance to Fulton's from outside here too. Over here is actually the main bus stop. Now, there are bus stops scattered throughout the resort, but this is going to be the main resort bus stop at the front. And then here we are at the Medicine Show Arcade. This is a pretty big arcade for a Disney Resort arcade. This is one of the larger ones I've seen. They have a ton of games. You do need to get a game card and refill it, so make sure that you have that if you plan to play here. But this is really nice if you are here on a rainy day or if you're spending a day at the resort. They have a lot of good options. When you come out of the arcade, right over here, you can actually see where you can rent bikes. You're probably going to see people riding these bikes all over the resort, and this is where you'll rent them. This is also, and I don't know why I didn't get a video of it, but it's also the section where you can catch the ferry to get to Disney Springs. So it's really easy to get to. It's right here at the front. Okay, so now we're going to go down this path and check out the resort room buildings. And this path, if you actually keep taking it, it'll take you to Port Orleans French Quarter. It's about a 5 to 7 minute walk. I do have a whole video if you want to see it. I'm not going to include it here. but it's very easy to get to. There are signs, just follow this path. We are not following the path. We are going over this bridge. So we can take a look at these buildings. This section of buildings across this bridge is the Magnolia Bend area. The Magnolia Bend area features plantation-style mansions. It is also where you're going to find the royal rooms located. You can always tell where the royal rooms are because they actually always have some representation of the princesses. There are these little signs for the princesses. Real quick, that's what the rooms kind of look like. And if we go back down this path towards the way we came, you'll come to a variety of different buildings, all pretty much in that same mansion style. Some of them are pretty grand and some of them are a bit simpler. And there are a lot of signs around the resort to help you find your way. It's actually not as confusing as it seems because if you follow this path, it actually takes you in a circle. So eventually we'll get to the other section of the resort. There are some quiet pools throughout. When I was filming, there was a bunch of people in the quiet pool, but back there you can see that's where that would be. I didn't really feel comfortable filming with a bunch of people in there. But they are scattered throughout the resort. So there are other options other than just the main pool. If you keep following this path past Magnolia Bend, we come to the Alligator Bayou section, which is where you'll find the 5th sleeper room. So if you book a 5th sleeper, it will be in the Alligator Bayou area. Right here is another one of those quiet pools. Again, lots of people in it, so just did a quick walk by. But there are signs all throughout showing you where the laundry is, where the pools are, where the bus stops are. So it is pretty easy to navigate. The Alligator Bayou section really has a nice woodsy feel. It's very lush, very green. It's a very different vibe than Magnolia, which is more like almost like just, I guess you'd say, fancy. This is much less fancy and definitely nice for nature lovers. And as you're walking through here, there's actually a ton of bridges throughout that connect different sections of the resort. Kind of act as shortcuts. I didn't show a lot of them from Magnolia because I was trying to show basically how this takes you all in a circle and it's all connected. But there are bridges, multiple places that you can take to help you get places faster. This bridge actually leads you back towards the front of the resort. So it's a nice little shortcut if you're staying in Alligator Bayou. They have hammocks kind of spread throughout the resort, which is nice if you want to take a little break, have some time in nature. The fishing hole over here is actually where you can rent things to go fishing. A lot of people don't know that you can fish at Disney, but you can. And at this resort, this is where you would do that. If you keep following this path, you will come to the Muddy Rivers Pool Bar. And right by that, then, is the Old Man Swimming Hole, which is the main pool at Port Orleans Riverside. So you can see this is a pretty decent sized pool bar. There are restrooms up here as well, so if you're planning to spend the day up here, you don't need to worry about that. Here's a look at the pool. Right by the pool is actually the playground. Again, lots of kids were playing here, so I didn't really feel comfortable filming it. But it is right there. It's right by the pool. And then right here is the campfire section where you can make s'mores and roast marshmallows in the evening. And then if you keep following this path back past the pool, you'll come back to the front of the resort. There are some doors over there that you can go in through the other side of the food court, or you can come around here and go through the front of the food court. This resort feels really big, but once you get used to it, it's really easy to navigate. Just follow the signs, make sure you use the bridges if you're looking for shortcuts, and it's not too bad. If you continued around this area back to where we were before, this is the path that takes you to French Quarter. Super easy to get to. It's really nice because if you're staying at Riverside, you can actually share the pool at French Quarter and vice versa. So that's really nice for guests to have options of more than one pool if you're staying at either resort. And that is the full tour of Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.